Fishing is finally here in Fallout 76, and believe it or not, the weather plays a huge role in what fish you'll reel in. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't expect it to have this much of an effect either, but after hours of testing, one thing became crystal clear. Weather conditions can drastically increase or tank your chances of catching rare fish. So today, I'm breaking down the best weather and bait combos to help you catch every fish in the game, including those elusive local legends and, of course, the fan favorite axolotls. Before we dive into the list, let's quickly talk about how to control the weather in Fallout 76, because yes, of course you can control the weather wherever you set up your camp. It's a Fallout game after all. Instead of server hopping or waiting around for the perfect storm, just place down a weather station at your camp. Depending on which one you use, it could trigger a bunch of different weather effects, including rain or nuke zone weather effects, which are super helpful. You'll see on the screen now a rundown of the stations that trigger each of these certain weather effects. Now, for a rain weather effect, you're going to want to go with the snow weather station, the snow aura weather station, or the thunderstorm weather station. And then for the nuke zone / radstorm effects, you're going to want to go with the Mothman weather station, the nuke zone weather station, pretty straightforward, the radstorm weather station, and then the skyline valley station. If you have any of these, you could place these down at your camp and you will get a corresponding effect. And yes, before you say anything, snow does count as rain. The Bethesda workers actually confirmed this on their most recent showcase and everything like that, because technically it is precipitation, so why not? However, though, there is one tricky situation with these. The catch, most weather stations are only available through the Atomic Shop or as season rewards. However, though, there is a silver lining in this. If a friend has one, you could fish at their camp and still benefit from the weather effect. They just need to place it for you. So personally, if you are on Xbox and if you are trying to hunt down the axolotl from my last video that you could check out in the description, you will see that my camp is always going to be in the same place as long as no one else puts their camp there. So then people that don't have a weather station could go there and attempt to catch the axolotl with the boost from my weather station, because again, you really need to have a weather station or wait around for a weather effect to happen in order to catch any of the rare fish. Like I said, we're going to go over that in a second. You're going to see these percentages and you're going to be like, wow, it's abysmal. Weather stations are a need, not really a want, unfortunately. You have to have them in order to increase your chances, or just have a really nice person in the Wasteland already set up a camp in a specific region for you to go there and fish at their camp. But it is kind of pay to win. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Again, you can get it from the seasons, but I don't know if they have one in this current season, so it's a little tricky. If you don't have one or if you didn't get one, you kind of missed out on it. They didn't tell you that it would become essential pretty much for the fishing update, but we're going to move on to the actual weather and bait combination breakdown right now. And as always, huge shout out to Nuka Knight and Duchess Flames for data mining all of this information. Their links are in the description. We're going to go one group of fish at a time, and we're going to talk about your chance to catch them in the no weather, nuke weather, and then the rain weather, and then also with going through all of the baits. So common bait, improved bait, and super bait, and then we're going to talk about the best combo to catch every single one of them. So, starting off with the generic fish, these are ones you're going to be able to catch no matter what. These are the most common. These are the ones you're basically going to want to turn into fish bits and then make into grilled fish, so you could go and catch some better fish out there. Or you could feed it to Linda Lee for a legendary. But with the no weather effect, you have an 88% chance to catch it with common bait, a 0% chance to catch them with improved bait, and a 0% chance to catch them with super bait, which is pretty good. In the nuke weather, same thing with the no weather, you have a 88% chance to catch this with common bait, a 0% chance to catch it with improved bait, and a 0% chance to catch it with super bait. Moving on to the final and the rain weather, you have a 85% chance to catch it with common bait, a 0% chance to catch it with improved bait, and a 0% chance to catch it with super bait. Now, obviously, these are by far the most seen fish in the Wasteland, so if you don't want to run into these bastards constantly, make sure you're using at least improved bait. I'm going to have a video on how to farm improved bait coming out soon. I promise it's really easy. You're never going to go back to using common. However, if you do want to hunt these fish to complete that challenge of catching every single region-specific fish, or catching every fish in the game, you're going to want to use no weather and then use common bait, or have a nuke station and use common bait. Either or, doesn't really matter, but if you're trying to go after all of them, I suggest you do it early on and just do it with a no weather effect and with common bait. Moving on to the common region fish. Now, these are going to be just one step above the generic fish, but still low tier. Now, again, starting off with no weather, we have a 11% chance with common bait, a 45% chance with improved bait, and a 0% chance with super bait, which is really nice to see because you don't want to run into these guys when you're using one of your extremely hard to come by super baits. Up next, we have the nuke weather, which is a 11% chance with the common bait, 52% chance with the improved bait, 0% chance with the super bait. Rain weather, 25% chance with the common bait, so a little bit higher than everything else. 52% chance with the improved bait, and then 0% chance with the super bait. Again, the common fish are slightly harder to come across than the generic, but again, pretty low tier. The best way to catch these would be by using the nuke or rain weather station with improved bait. However, though, if you want to do it the most cost-effective way, you're going to want to do some common bait with the rain weather effect going, and you'll have a 20% chance to catch them. Not too bad, not too hard. Again, this is for all of the common region fish that you're going to want to hunt, so like the nasty sawgill or something like that. You know how they have the different sawgills? This is what you're going to want to use to catch a fish like that. Again, rain is going to be your best way to go, either with improved or common bait. That's kind of, you're going to see that as a footprint for this video, but we're talking about the best combo in a minute. Moving on to the next group of fish. Now, of course, following the common region fish, we have the uncommon region fish, which is actually the rarest type of non-special fish in the game, so this may be a little bit of a hunt for you guys, as you could see by these percentages. With the no weather effect, we have a 14% chance with common bait, a 14% chance with improved bait, a 61% chance with super bait. With the nuke weather effect, we have a 4% chance with common bait, an 18% chance with improved bait, and an 81% chance with super bait, which is really nice, the highest percentage that we've seen so far besides the little generic fish. Now, up next and finally, with the rain weather effect, we have a 5% chance with the common bait, a 23% chance with the improved bait, and an 80% chance with the super bait. As you could see, we're finally getting some real use out of that super bait. The best way to catch uncommon fish would be by being inside of a nuke weather effect with the super bait. But again, the most cost-effective way to catch these fish would be to use a rain weather effect and the improved bait, just because super bait is so hard to come by right now. You could only get it from the season pages, and improvable bait is tradable between players, farmable in multiple different ways. Again, quick little plug, I'm going to have a video out on that soon, I promise. But again, nuke weather and super bait, technically the best. However, if you wanted to be cost effective, you could use the rain weather effect, use your super bait. If you don't get any of them with that 80% chance, switch over to improved bait and you'll have a 23% chance, which is a little bit higher than the 18% chance with the nuke weather. So again, you're really only going to be going after these guys for the specials or for the challenge, so I don't know if you want to use your super bait on them. I know the percent chances are really high to catch them, but you're probably going to want to save it for some other groups of fish that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But I mean, you do you. Personally, rain weather effect and the improved bait, probably the most cost effective. Best one, though, would definitely be the nuke weather effect and the super bait for an 81% chance to catch. Now, moving on to the very elusive and much desired glowing fish. These are super hard to get, unfortunately, because the best looking cosmetic for the fishing rod is locked behind catching a bunch of these, and you already know I'm talking about the Nuka Quantum Bobber. It is just phenomenal. However, though, with the no weather effect, you have a 1% chance to catch them with common bait, a 4% chance to catch them with improved bait, and a 12% chance to catch them with super bait. Moving up to the nuke weather effect, you have a 3% chance to catch them with common bait, a 10% chance with improved bait, and a fat 22% chance with super bait. And of course, as you could see, the rain weather effect is going to be pretty much the same as the no weather, 1% chance with common bait, 4% chance with improved bait, and a 12% chance with super bait. Now, obviously, no surprise here, the best combo to catch the glowing radioactive fish is going to be the nuke weather effect. Again, this makes perfect sense, and thankfully you could actually get these pretty easily without a weather station if you launch a nuke over a fishable water source. A bunch of places in the Cranberry Bog you could do, or someplace like that. So you can actually get a bunch of these and get that challenge done without having to worry about placing down a weather station. You're just going to go and have to do a nuke event, which is, I guess, a challenge in itself for some lower level players. But if for some odd reason you're a higher level player or a veteran, and if you don't have a weather station, you can just go and drop a couple of nukes to increase your chances across the wasteland of catching some of these things. And specifically, you would benefit from trying to catch the glowing fish. However, though, I really suggest you just set up a nuke weather station and go with the improved bait, because you're gonna want to save that super bait for the next group of fish. Now, the final group of fish, it's everyone's favorite class of fish, or I guess technically amphibian in the game. It's the slippery axolotl. If you don't know about the axolotls, every month Bethesda will put a new one in the game and take the current one away. So this month is June. It's the banded axolotl, and you could find it in the Toxic Valley or the Maya region. And then each month again, it'll be a different variety of axolotl, and it will be in a different area. But from what we can tell, these statistics and your percent chance with the weather is going to stay the same no matter what axolotl it is. But this is subject to change potentially if Bethesda decides to change their mind at some point down the road. So just keep that in the back of your mind, please, when going through this. Now, for the no weather effect, we have a 0% chance with common bait, a 3% chance with improved bait, and a 13% chance with super bait. For the nuke weather effect, you have a 0% chance with the common bait, a 6% chance with the improved bait, and a 21% chance with the super bait. And then finally, the rain weather effect, you have a 0% chance with common bait, a 5% chance with the improved bait, and a 33% chance with the super bait. Again, you could see a huge decrease from the rain to from the nuke to the weather station effects. Again, with the super bait, it is definitely worth using your super bait to catch the axolotl in the rain weather compared to catching it in the nuke weather. However, though, if a nuke station is all you have, go ahead and use the nuke station. It's still a 21% chance with super bait or a 6% chance with the improved bait. Again, it is completely worth noting, if you only have improved bait, it is better to use a nuke station. Technically, it is more cost effective to catch an axolotl with a nuke weather station and improved bait than with the super bait and the rain weather station. However, though, personally, all of mine that I've caught, they've been with the rain effect and with either improved bait or super bait, obviously, but I've caught more of them with improved bait in the rain. Up next, we have probably what you came here looking for, the local legend fish. Now, these are the hardest fish in the game to catch. Well, besides the axolotl, I think the axolotl is a little bit more slippery to catch. I think it moves around a little bit, but these probably have the lowest rates of spawning. So, as you could see, with the no weather effect, you have a 1% chance to catch them with common bait. You have a 3% chance to catch him with improved bait, and a measly 15% chance to catch him with super bait. Up next, for the nuke weather effect, you have a 1% chance to catch him with common bait, a 3% chance to catch him with improved bait, and a 10% chance to catch him with super bait. And finally, for the rain weather effect, you have a 1% chance to catch him with common bait, a 4% chance to catch him with the improved bait, which is 1% higher than both of the other ones, and a 15% chance to catch him with the super bait, just like the no weather. Now, this one is actually kind of surprising, technically. The rain weather effect is the best for catching local legends due to the 1% higher catch rate with the improved bait. But if you're using super bait, it doesn't matter if it's raining or if there's no current weather effect. Just make sure you're not hunting them down in the nuke weather, or you do have the lowest chance. Again, probably the most cost-effective way to go about this was to hunt these bad boys down in the rain, but unfortunately, some of them actually can't be within like a camp space, so you actually just have to wait for a random rainstorm or thunderstorm or anything like that to actually be able to catch them with a higher percent chance. So you're kind of screwed, unfortunately, in that regard with the local legends. So, but if you can get one within a camp space, there are a couple that you can catch using your weather stations. So just keep that in mind. If it is raining, use improved bait. you'll have a 1% higher chance. Or if you're using your super bait, just go to the local legend spot and just throw it in there with no weather or with the rain weather effect. It doesn't matter. It's going to be 15% chance, but that rain weather effect and improved bait does have a 1% chance higher to catch. So technically, rain weather effect plus super or improved would be the best way to catch one of these. So I hear you asking, what's the best all-around setup for catching every group of fish? Now, personally, I believe from just going through this list, it has to be a rain weather effect plus improved bait. This combo gives you solid odds across the board and is way more sustainable than trying to stockpile super bait, which is incredibly limited during each season for now. This may change again because they may give other ways to get super bait in the future, but as of right now, improved bait is basically your best chance of successfully farming all of these high tier fish. Now, why you would want to go after more than or get each local legend 5 times, I have no idea, but improved bait allows you to be able to do that. Personally, I'm just going after every single fish once to put on my wall and then calling it quits from there. However, though, if you are targeting glowing fish exclusively, skip the go with the nuke weather station and skip the rain or the snow weather stations. However, if you only have enough atoms for one of them, I really cannot stress this enough, go with a rain-producing weather station. So the thunderstorm, the snow aura weather storm, because you could catch every fish successfully with that. And also, you could just launch a nuke in the game. Now, it's not too hard, and it's actually part of the main story, so people forget that that's a thing. If you want to catch glowing fish, or if you just want to not buy a weather station, just go and drop nukes. However, though, I highly suggest at least buying the thunderstorm station, the snow, or the snow aura one, just because, again, it will give you great odds, and most of them, it'll give you greater odds than with the nuke zone. But if you don't have the weather station, again, the nukes are going to be your way to go instead of just waiting for RNG. However, I think the best combo, without a doubt, rain weather effect plus the improved bait. It's sustainable. You could farm the improved bait, and the odds aren't too bad. Again, I've caught multiple axolotls with improved bait and in the rain, so I'm going to ride on this combination until I die. If you think something different, though, let me know in the comments. I know a lot of people are going with the nuke ones just because there are a lot more of them, and they were more recently around, I guess. However, though, if you are debating on which one to buy, do yourself a favor and buy yourself a rain or snow producing one and skip the nukes one, because you could do nukes in the game for free every single day and just fish there. Done and done. However, you can't produce a rain or thunderstorm whenever you want. You can only do that if you have a weather station at your camp. And now, obviously, weather isn't everything. I did just want to throw in 2 quick boosts that you could do to catch your rates at any time. The first one is going to be the grilled fish buff. If you don't know, you get the grilled fish recipe after completing the first quest and unlocking your fishing rod. It literally is done after you catch like the 3 fish for the captain and then feed Linda Lee. You get the recipe at the end. Just make sure you learn it. You'll unlock the recipe and eat it before casting. It gives you a boost to your catch rate. Boom, there you go. That won't obviously increase your chances of catching rare fish, but it will make it easier for you to catch them, if you know what I mean. Like, it won't spawn them in more, it won't increase their spawn rates, but the trouble is with fishing, you could get an axolotl spawn with the 33% chance, but it's probably gonna break away from you the first couple of times, so you really, really have to factor that in. The grilled fish won't let that happen too often. And then secondly, don't sleep on your fishing rod mods. Upgrade to every single mark that you possibly can. If you unlocked Mark 2, throw on Mark 2. If you unlocked Mark 3, throw on Mark 3 right away. Complete the real quests and install those mods as soon as you can. They make a huge difference. Do not try and go and catch local legends with only a Mark 2. I promise you it's not going to end out well. Just get them axolotl with the Mark 1, and then after that, don't worry about the local legends. Go and upgrade your reel as high as you can, and then come back to catching the very rare fish. I promise you're gonna need an upgraded rod. Well, there we have it, ladies and gents. We've made it to the end of another Fallout 76 video. I just wanted to make this video to clear up any confusion. I've seen a lot of people talking about weather and not really understanding how important it is for catching rare fish, or just kind of brushing it off. But I'm here to make this video to kind of show, like, dude, you need it, you know what I mean? A 33% chance compared to a 5% chance with the axolotls because you're in rain compared to no weather is huge. And, you know, again, my main fishing combination for basically everything, unless I'm going after the glowing fish, is going to be a rain weather effect plus improved bait. I will have that improved bait video out soon. I promise probably within a week or so. I just have to finish recording the actual video of it because it does take a little bit to farm, but it's not too hard. It's pretty easy. There are a bunch of ways to get it, so I just want to make a like a full, precise video and guide on that for you guys because, again, some people are a little bit confused, and I've seen a lot of people talking about it on Reddit, and it's just not that hard of a thing to do. But, again, if you had to buy one weather station, I would say buy a rain-producing one, the snow aurora, or the thunderstorm. Skip the nuke ones because you could just place a nuke in the game. And if you are a lower level, don't worry about fishing. Go ahead and complete the game. Worry about that before. Fishing will not give you anything. It's just fish that you hang on your wall. That's really it. All of the recipes are also mid compared to the current recipes that are in the game. The only good recipe is the grilled fish. So just keep that in mind. If you're a lower level, don't worry about fishing. If you're a higher level, go out and place your thunderstorms and go out there fishing. And if you're mid-tier level that's just getting into fishing, go ahead and get a weather station that produces rain, get some improved bait, and cast your reel. Good luck. It's basically all just RNG, though. It doesn't really matter what you use. What's your favorite combination? Let me know in the comments. I hope this video helped you, and I appreciate you motherfuckers for watching this motherfucking video. I will see you in the Wasteland. Good luck with all of your future fishing.